Hello, friends. This is Professor Googlov. Today's video will be a little unusual, but I'm sure you will like it. So, get comfortable and let's go. Golden rain in Siberia, Russia. When you think of Siberia, you probably picture icy cold and unforgiving wildlife. But get ready, because it's time to add golden showers to that list. Yes, you heard right, gold showers, and we're not kidding, and it's not a metaphor. It was literally raining gold. In March 2018, an old transport plane tiredly flew over Yakutsk, loaded to the brim with $378 million worth of gold bars, platinum and diamonds. The crew was unaware that the plane's hatch had opened, releasing some of the precious cargo, and then it started raining shiny gold bars falling from the sky. It was like a miserly dragon's dream turned nightmare. Valuables fell onto the runway, the nearby swamps, and even an industrial area. One can only imagine the incredulous faces of the locals who witnessed this brilliant rain. Just imagine it for a moment. You were going about your normal day, just minding your own business, and suddenly out of the blue it starts raining gold. You might be tempted to run outside with the biggest bucket you can find, or even a sturdy umbrella turned upside down. But before you decide to quit your job and move to Siberia in hopes of golden rain, here's a spoiler. Authorities cordoned off the entire neighborhood and seized all the gold bars. In the end, the gold rush was short-lived, but the memory of the day the riches rained down will forever flicker in Siberian folklore. Such rain is rare, but don't we all wish we knew when it would fall? Sure. A torrential downpour of gold bullion may not be as satisfying as the gentle tap of drops on the roof, but it's undoubtedly much more lucrative. So the next time you get caught in the rain, think of Siberian gold showers and you'll realize that things could be a lot weirder, a lot shinier and a lot richer. It's raining spiders in Australia. Now that you're warmed up and ready for weirdness, let's jump into sunny Australia. But you have to watch where you put your foot, or rather your head, because it can rain spiders here. That's right. And no, you're not in some horror movie. This is real life happening in the rural areas of Australia's southern plateau. Want to walk in a gentle drizzle of eight-legged creatures? We think arachnophobes scream in horror at the mere thought. Australian spiders, especially the little ones, have a unique habit of ballooning. No, they don't inflate themselves and fly around with helium-filled balloons like in some cute Pixar cartoon. These tiny daredevils climb to the top of a tall plant or even a post and fence, raise their abdomens to the sky, and then release strands of silk, and voila, the wind picks up that silk, turning it into a parachute, and the spiders fly off to new places that also include your nightmares. Sometimes this mass migration happens simultaneously, and then it seems like it's raining spiders. Imagine standing in that kind of rain. How about a picture of you, tangled in a web of spider silk, dodging tiny arachnids that descend to the ground on parachutes? This scene might make you reconsider your dissatisfaction with the usual rain of water. Although the rain of spiders may make you shiver, this natural phenomenon is an amazing sight and is on Mother Nature's list of weird and amazing phenomena. Just keep your mouth closed if you find yourself in the epicenter of this phenomenon. It's raining fish in Honduras. Moving on from our eight-legged friends, and we are immersed in rain that creates a splash. For this we sail into Honduras. Here we find the town of Yoro, which is not particularly known for its tourist attractions or any great history. It does, however, claim to be famous. Every year from May through July, the residents of this small town prepare for rain that you can walk under without umbrellas. But you may need a fishing net to walk under it. It is called fishy. It literally rains fish in this town. It starts with dark clouds enveloping the town and heavy rain falling. But that's not the most unusual thing. The strangest thing starts after the rain, when the locals find live fish floating in the streets, fields and even yards. Scientists assume that water tornadoes or tornadoes pick up fish from the sea, then drop them on land. But the locals have a different opinion. They attribute the phenomenon to their patron saint, Father Jose Manuel, who prayed to feed the town's poor, and it seems that someone up there took the 5,000 people quite seriously. But regardless of its origins, the fish rain is a bountiful feast for the residents. Imagine waking up, going outside and finding that your breakfast has already been delivered by the heavens. This is a whole new meaning of the expression, fresh fish delivery. Meet rain in Kentucky. From golden drizzle and spider apparitions to fish craziness. You might think we've already exhausted all the unusual rains. But we haven't, we're just getting started. And now we're going to visit the bourbon and bluegrass state that is Kentucky, USA. It's raining there, a real dream or predator's nightmare, a downpour of meat. But hold on to your hats and maybe your stomachs. In 1876, near the small town of Rankin, a woman named Mrs. Crouch was making soap in her backyard when she saw square pieces of meat falling from the sky, ranging in size from 2 to 4 centimeters. It was a butcher's paradise. The meat rain covered an area of land measuring about 90 meters long and 45 meters wide. Can you imagine? You were walking down the street, everything as usual, and the next moment a hail of uncooked steak falls on you. It makes you wonder if you've accidentally wandered into a version of the cartoon, Cloudy, with a chance of freezing rain. The pieces of meat were identified as beef, lamb, venison, bear meat, and horse meat. But the most plausible explanation came from scientists who suggested that meat is actually a type of cyanobacteria that, when starved, forms a spore-filled structure with a texture similar to meat. But if you like stories with a pinch of mystery and a little quirkiness, you can stick to a different version. Just remember this tale the next time you forget your grocery list, because who knows when the sky might rain down and give you dinner. Red rain in Kerala, India. We're about to fly from the land of meat rains to the tropical shores of Kerala. But wait, you might want to grab a red umbrella. Because when it rains here, red water pours down here. During the 2001 monsoon, that is, in June and July, the people of Kerala witnessed an unusual meteorological phenomenon, red rain, and no, this was not some abstract art performance for a festival. The rain was literally as red as a tomato. Imagine looking out the window, expecting to see the usual transparent raindrops, but instead you see scarlet streams. It's as if you were in a science fiction movie. Imagine scientists collecting samples and coming up with all sorts of variations. Could it be extraterrestrial life? Maybe it was a sign of the apocalypse? Or maybe it was just clouds joking around. The reality turned out to be less dramatic, but no less exciting. It turned out that the rain was colored by airborne spores of a local algae. When the rainwater evaporated, it left behind a rain of these red particles that colored everything around it. While this rain may not be as attractive as golden rain or as striking as spider rain, there is no denying that red rain has its own unique charm. But between you and me, we'd like the rain to be clear, wet, and without any touch of alienness. Money rain in Germany. Money. Who doesn't like the sweet rustle of banknotes or the pleasant clinking of coins? But did you know that it once rained money in Germany? Unbelievable, isn't it? Let's break down this modern-day tale of unexpected good fortune. In 2015, on an ordinary sunny day in Hanover, motorists suddenly found themselves driving through a money blizzard. Banknotes swirled everywhere, forcing drivers to hit the brakes. Not to avoid a collision, of course, but to collect the obscenely inflated prize money. It turned out that an elderly man had carelessly thrown some 30,000 euros out of his apartment window. So, instead of hiding the money or putting it in the bank, he decided to share it with the world in the most incredible way possible by making it rain money. Well, as I promised, the video was interesting. So, subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.